Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all well. So much goes down. So much goes down. It's very hard to keep up in the modern times of bagwash here. Bagwash Central, Bagwash Britain. Yeah, it's never ending, never ending bagwash. So we're on Silver Fox Hot Takes, 103,000 subscribers. No more pubs or bars is the name of the video. Kind of mentioned this in a way, in it's all to do with the economy and national debt and yada yada yada. um, yeah, and as he mentions at the end, like they don't really want pubs because people talk in pubs. Though there is a saying, don't talk about religion or politics in pubs, but I kind of think that same was made up because you might figure something out, but then at the same time, it does cause conflict and tension when everybody's had a drink and can end up in fights, I suppose, as well. So it could be said for that reason, don't discuss these things because it'll end up in a fight when everybody's pissed. So, yeah, but people do talk in pubs as well, is the other side of it. Tell the local gossip, as he says, and again, maybe even tell you what's going on in the world in many ways. Do you know what I mean? So they kind of want you all isolated in your home, watching fucking Netflix and BBC News and doing as you're told to shut the fuck up and just don't say anything, don't protest, don't protest. So that's kind of the way of it. Again, it's all going towards the new world order of total control, where you will not be allowed to protest about any of this. So it's kind of like shut your mouth while we ruin the world, and yeah, when we've ruined the world, you can do as you're told. So yeah, no more pubs and bars. Catastrophic again. I mean, Silver Fox takes it says it all in this video. It's the beauty of it. He literally says it all. It's like our history again. Everybody's got pubs and got pubs, and it's again. It's kind of the British culture, and you know what I mean. It's all there. It's all the history, but yeah, it seems like the destruction of the pubs are imminent. Again, this budget could be absolutely catastrophic for pubs yet again. Last time they increased the national insurance and things like that, the businesses had to pay. So this whole employment law as well, or whatever, like employment contract or whatever, I can't remember what it's called, coming in, but that's a shit show as well, I've been told. So yeah, it's again more bad news. To be honest, more bad news. We're good at it. We're good at the bad news. So I'll play a bit of Fox.
Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes. Is there anything more British than wandering into a pub, having a couple of pints with some friends, chewing the fat, putting the world to rights, and then going home and getting something to eat if it's after work or Sunday lunchtime? Or having a good evening out with some entertainment, sometimes a live band? Who knows? But the British pub is an institution. It is part of our culture, our heritage, our combined past. You know, we've all gone to a pub. We've all enjoyed a meal or something, you know. But 449 pubs have entered liquidation or administration in the first 10 months of this year. Nearly 450 already this year. Still got 2 months to go. It's the highest figure of pub closures this millennium, effectively. Restaurants are also under pressure. There's been a record of 1,440 closures in the same period, the same 10 months of this year. That's 125% higher than just a decade ago. Tim Martin, the guy behind Weatherspoons, has been holding court on this. He said that the mix of increasing of labour costs thanks to national insurance, and consequently the dramatically widening of price differential between pubs and supermarkets, he says, is what's behind this. Why would you spend, let's say, £5 for a pint in a pub when you spend £2 for a pint in a supermarket?
I don't even think it's £2. I think it's probably less than £1. Maybe it's still at this point, or around £1. So that's a good point. Again, that's kind of one of the reasons the pubs have died. People drink at home. COVID kind of helped with that as well. People got used to staying in and drinking at home, having parties and things like this. So yeah, again, the price in pubs, a lot of it tax as well, put on by the government. So yeah, it's the systematic destruction of the pubs, and again, everybody's kind of witnessed it as well. Like it doesn't matter probably where you live. You've watched the death of all the pubs, and again, you can watch all these YouTubers wandering around various places, and they pass various pubs that have all gone to the wall. Do you know what I mean? Again, as the generations change as well, like the people don't drink as much as they used to as well. That's another factor. The youngins, some do, some don't, but overall, there's probably less people drinking overall. With people that go to the gym and generally just go out once every couple of weeks or every weekend once. You know what I mean? These people used to go to the pub every single day. So yeah, there's definitely the systematic destruction of the pubs though here as well. Again, but as we get poorer and poorer as the economy collapses around us here, nobody's going to be able to afford to go to the pub. I mean, this is basically why people buy it at the supermarket as well. It's like a fifth cheaper than it is in the pub. He's right in what he says in a minute, or he said you don't get the crack in your house, but that's what exactly they don't want you having the crack. That's the whole point of it. You know what I mean? Yeah, having the crack. Somebody might tell you the truth of what's going on here and how you're being fucked to eternity to build a world that nobody wants to live in except the global elites.
Yeah. It says, of course, the supermarkets don't give you the atmosphere or pay a wage to the staff. You don't get the supermarkets offering to make you a Sunday lunch and so forth. But that was always the case. But the differential is massive, and I think there needs to be a case of basically helping pubs, make them business rates exempt or something. Do something, because it will leave a bitter taste in the mouth, or rather, it won't. There'll be none. It's sad. We're lucky where I live. We've got, let me see, one, two, three, four, 4.5 pubs in the village. I don't know how it manages to keep them.
I don't know how you only managed to have half a pub as well. That's a good one. He doesn't explain it, but how you have half a pub. But he's got one. They've got half a pub.
But I have my favourite one. That's right. Others have their favourite ones. There's one I don't drink in at all because, well, it's a bit rough trade and I'm terribly snobby. I'm not terribly snobby, but it is rough trade. I just don't like the atmosphere in there. It's very clicky. But the others are all fine. You know, you go in and you get served and whatever. People are friendly. I know a lot of the faces, of course. Don't want you to think I'm in and out of pubs all day, but I'm around the village all day.
I mean, again, if you go into sort of the Lake District, the very tourist areas of sort of Coniston and Windermere and Ambleside, you're probably paying about £7, £8 a pint now in them regions, in the very, very tourist areas. And generally in the pubs, it's maybe £4 to £5 a pint. Probably over this budget, will tip over five, like about £5 a pint. So again, 7, 8 in tourist destinations. So it's becoming unaffordable for the average person as well. That's the thing, you know what I mean? And again, this is kind of why they're all dying because the average person can't go to the pub anymore. And you have these very select venues that will get all the custom due to their either popularity or their cheapness. So you'll just be left with them pubs, but eventually there will be too many people to go in just one pub. Do you know what I mean? Which, don't get me wrong, it'll keep that one pub going a little bit longer until the government ultimately crucify them in some way as well.
So, we got them. I'm not going to give the names of the pubs because, it'd be bad. But, if you don't help pubs, they will go, and they are often the anchors of society. Certainly in smaller places where I live, because that's where people go. They talk about, have you seen what's happened, and have you heard about this, and so on. And you get the local goss, don't you? We've got to protect our pubs. But I'm afraid that Reeves is going to put another tax blitz on them. It's going to see more go, isn't it? I think that eventually there'll be no pubs in this country. And I think actually that's what the government want. After all, want a dry country, don't they? So that the people who are going to replace us feel at home. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks a lot. Bye.
By now, yeah, my thought is it's another catastrophic shit show yet again. He's kind of right in everything he says. People talk in pubs, and again, they don't like that. They want you sat in your house on your own, isolated, listening to the BBC News, so you don't know what the fuck's going on. I'll leave it there anyway. Silver Fox Hot Takes, good channel, but bye bye to the pubs, it would seem. Bye bye.